right now. But hang tight real quick. You don't mind if I record this for Megan's training, right? So she can go back and look at it.
So that's fine.
All right, cool. So when I asked that question, bro, like I've gotten numbers like $300, $400. And when I uncover what the reality is, it just comes, to prove a point that, people have no clue, especially within our communities, bro. Like
Right.
when you don't grow up with wealth, you don't understand these strategies, right? So I'm going to uncover here and you're going to be like, wow. This is how much it will cost a 34-year-old female, that's the average, $500,000 of coverage. And as you can see there, I'm using the eraser. You see what it says there?
Where's that?
Just eraser. Let me highlight it for you. You see that?
$30 a month.
$30 a month.
Dang.
When a family sees that, now they're like, wow, like I can really, protect myself or take care of my family. So that's when the conversation really starts. So now my whole point here of showing you this is so I can illustrate the three types of insurance, because people think that there's only one. Now I'm going to go over term, I'm going to go over ROP, and I'm going to go over the permanent insurance. The permanent insurance is the one that I told you that there's a concept called infinite banking, or how to become your own bank. No matter how much money you're making, it's not about how much you make, it's how much you keep and how much you can make money work for you, right? So the first policy, we're talking about term. The way it works, if this lady was to get a policy today, she's 34, it will be active from 34 to 64, meaning if anything happens to her, her kids, her beneficiaries, her two children will receive $500,000. Okay. Now, if nothing happens to her, let's say that, 30 years go by, nothing happens to her. At the end of the term, when she turns 64, policy cancels out. And all the money that she's put into this policy is a cost of insurance. She's no longer covered, and she just lost all that money that she put into the policy. That brings me to the next point. So the next point and the next type of insurance is called ROP. Okay, so the same lady, same coverage. We're talking about this one, $100 per month. That's her premium. So from 34 to 64, she's completely covered. If anything happens to her, same thing. The benefit will go to the beneficiaries, which are her children. Now, if nothing happens to her, Jordan, at the age of 64, policy cancels out. And what do you think happens to all the money that she put into this policy for all those years? What would you say? What do you think happens to that money?
She gets it back.
You read that, right? She gets a full refund. And a lot of people think, well, she probably gets 50% of the money back. Right. She gets 70% of the money back. No, it's 100% of her money back. ROP stands for return on premium. So what I'm doing, Jordan, as a mortgage broker, I had a lot of clients. My first year in this business, I was able to open up a new stream of income and make about $94,000 from just my same clients that bought a house from me, because I offered this as mortgage protection. Now, mortgage protection, I believe, is a great product that if you were just to focus on mortgage protection, I believe you can make a killing. Now, you sum up mortgage protection plus, the infinite banking concept or the IULs, which is a third policy, and you can make a very, very, very good good living just presenting this information here. So I'm gonna go into the third policy and wrap up the presentation. But first, I'm gonna kind of share with you a little bit of my story, where it was 2009. And I got the phone call from the doctor. My mom had just had a baby, which is my baby sister. And when she was born, my mom stayed at the hospital for a little bit over 2 months, okay? And I got the phone call because my mom was like everything to me. She's like my best friend, everything, right? I got the call and the doctor said, Joel, I'm sorry to tell you, but your mom just passed away of complications.
Wow.
And I was like, holy shit, like my whole world ended. And during that time, we're like building a business. We're trying to take care of things. And I have three sisters, now I have a baby sister and then my other two sisters. Well, let me tell you that 2 weeks later, we get a phone call from an insurance agent and he comes to our house and they deliver a check to us for almost $500,000. That money allowed us to pay off the house where my sisters right now, they live there in California. The house is paid off. Not only that, my sister takes advantage of that money, that legacy, and she goes to school. She has a master's degree. Right now, she's still very young, and she's a nurse practitioner in California.
Wow.
And it kind of changed like the way I looked at insurance. And for many years, bro, like 10 years went by and I was like, I'm not doing anything else but real estate because I was so focused, right?
Right.
But in my mind, I'm like, man, people need to know that it's important. People need to protect their lives. And what I did in my eyes, I was like, let's merge two industries together. Let's merge the real estate industry with financial services and insurance. And that's what I've been doing for the past 3 years. And I tell you, and I share this story, to inspire and impact people, just to make them realize that this is important. People need to know about this. And it's so sad. And we always talk about this, to see people like doing a car wash or to ask the local church for money just to take care of like the basic expenses where you saw it, it's not really expensive, to take care of your family and take care of yourself,
Right.
especially if you have assets. To wrap up and sum up the whole presentation, the permanent insurance, it's an insurance that I believe everybody should have, but it's the insurance that I own, and I also have that for my children. It's called an IUL. Okay, the last policy that I'm going to mention here is called an IUL. It's permanent policy, and it has three benefits. And those three benefits are the following. Number one, the death benefit for the same lady, 500,000, it never expires. It's forever. Okay. Number two, so we cover number one. Number two, living benefits. This is huge right here. And the way I'm going to explain living benefits, I'm going to say that this lady got approved for her policy today. And then let's say 2 years go by, and this lady is diagnosed with cancer. Okay. The minute she's diagnosed with that cancer, she's able to access the money, which is her death benefit, the 500,000. She's able to access that money while she's alive. Can you imagine how many options she has? I always tell a story. What if she decides to go to Europe or to go somewhere to another country and she beats cancer? Once the claim is done, she does not have to give that money back to the insurance company. She keeps it and she does with the money whatever she wants. That can bring a lot of options. And, me, you, Megan, we know someone within our immediate family or friends that have been, diagnosed with either cancer or know someone that has. So that's huge. And it goes the same for like a stroke or heart attack, where the statistic is out of 10 Americans, 6 of them are either going to be diagnosed with any like heart disease or they're going to have a stroke or heart attack. It's just
Right.
a reality. So the best thing of all, this right here, there's an IRS code called 7702, and that code tells us that if you put money in cash value insurance, the money that goes in there, it's compound, is growing in interest, and we call it compound interest. And when the money that's growing in there, it allows you to borrow that money, to take that money out penalty free and tax free. So guess what? There's a whole bunch of books. If you're a reader, I can definitely send you a book, but there's books out there on how to have a tax-free retirement. There's books out there. One of them is called The Power of Zero. And knowing this at your age, I wish I would have started my IUL not 2-3 years ago, but 10 years ago when I got out of the Marine Corps. And if I would have stacked money in there, it would have been a whole different story. But the whole game plan with this right here, the cash value, is that it's not only life insurance, it's also a vehicle that can allow you to generate wealth. My plan is to stack money in here and eventually become my own bank where I'm funding my own real estate deals. Not only am I using it for retirement, but let's say a good investment comes in my way, I can take the money out, I can use it tax free, and then when I sell the property, I can return it. So that's kind
That's
of like
awesome.
my yeah, it's kind of like my retirement plan. I'm trying to retire here within 10 years. And, I'm teaching this concept. I know that my real estate attorney is also on board with educating folks on the real estate investing side and all of that. But I would love to show you that concept, maybe on another appointment that we can get going. I want to finalize this presentation with money. Like, how do you get compensated for sharing this information? And how can you generate an office where if you have licensed agents working for the office, you can be going to school or doing whatever you want and still generating an income where it can grow very, very rapidly. Um, the first one. So let's talk about the term policy. And let's say that Jordan, your license, right? And this lady comes to you and she gets the insurance and she pays her first premium of $30. Okay, when she pays her first premium, the way you get compensated, you get paid 30 times 12, as you can see there on your screen on the right side. Let me go ahead and highlight it for you. 30 times 12 is 360, right? So we
Right.
get paid based on 120%. 120% will then equal 432. So 432, let's say like Megan, she's going to get her 50% contract this month. At a 50% contract, you just made in about 30 minutes of your time to an hour, $260. That's like doctor money. That's like lawyer money, right? It gets a little bit better because let's say that the same lady now came to you and said, you know what, I own a house. I want to do mortgage protection. Well, she gets the ROP policy, and that ROP policy, as you can see there, she's going to pay $100. Same math, 100 times 12 is 1,200. You spend maybe 30 minutes on a Zoom call or in person. She gets the policy, she gets approved. The minute she's approved, you get paid. Long story short, 120%. You are now getting paid at a 50% contract, $720 in an hour of your time. That's flexibility. That's when you can control your time and your money, and that equals true freedom. Because you don't want to be in a job. You're way too talented, Jordan, to be in a job giving 40 hours, 40 hours per week. You
Right.
know, you want to be surfing, you want to be traveling, and then your operation is still running with licensed agents, right?
Right.
And you can grow this thing nationwide. The last one, let's get Megan very happy and excited. Let's say that this lady comes to her and she wants a permanent policy. The permanent policy is $200. Let's say that's what she decides to put away. Um, she now gets paid 2,400 at 120%. That's 2,880. Maybe this one takes a little bit longer. Let's say an hour and a half. She now made 1,440 just to take care of that, of that retirement planning or whatever. When they become a client, if you do this with integrity, they will refer you clients. You will keep them on the books for a very long time. And let me tell you something about the insurance game that a lot of people don't know. This is where you generate true residual income. If you talk to anybody, this is $1 trillion industry, and most people golfing on Thursday and Friday, on Monday and Tuesdays, they're insurance agents or somehow related to the insurance field. Why? Because they're residuals of everybody that they worked for maybe 3-4 years ago. They're still getting paid every time that policy is activated every single year.
Right.
You're getting paid a percentage on all your book of business. And eventually, if you run a big book of business and you say, you know what, I want to retire, you can sell that book of business to a broker like myself, or maybe Megan will buy the book of business from you for a few $1,000,000. And you know what? It can get very, very lucrative, right? And
Right.
I want to end the conversation with that. The second page of this is just basically how annuities work and the way that our money works. But you're very, very smart. I think that just who you are as a person, you know, what you've done in the Marine Corps, the associations that we're going to put you in front of, I mean, you can scale this business as big as you want it. Bro, you got the look, you got, you know, if you just learn a little bit, just
Right.
use your background as a way to kind of like really market yourself. Anything you touch will turn into gold, you know. This right now will be more of like a family business that you guys can build, and you guys can plan your retirement on it. Learn the money game so that way no one ever lies to you about where to put your money, where are you risking your money, and who you are allowing, you know, to people to play with your money. Be smart about, you know, where you're going to play with your money, and
Right.
and learn the money game. You know, get this license. You can get licensed in about 2 weeks, which is very, very quick.
You said your
Where do you have your driver's license?
It's in Missouri.
So you're 48 hours.
Wow.
You take your
Yeah,
test.
you can knock that out.
So 29 bucks. You submit your application, which is 117 bucks, and you're licensed through the state of Missouri, and that's your resident license. Any other state you want is a non-resident license, and you just pay the application fee. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah,
And then
so
the material and all that stuff. Where's that all at?
Oh, it's all online, dude.
Yeah,
Online.
I'm studying right now. I don't know if you see my Facebook post, but yeah, that's all I do is study online, review it. I take practice quizzes, and then I submit to take my test. The testing in Missouri is done online.
Yep.
Like she can do it in front of the computer.
Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, you want to come in and make a name for yourself, Jordan, like just knock out the licensing in like a few days. Don't do it like everybody else and do it in 2 weeks. Just come in there. I know when I got started, bro, I was like studying after putting my kids to sleep for an hour a day. I knocked it out in a week, you know, passed it the first time. So it's not a big deal. I mean, out of the mortgage license and this license, this was cake, bro. And I'm going to be taking the bar too, because I'm going to be an attorney. That's going to be a challenge. But
Right. Yeah.
We'll see what it brings. But at the same time, bro, annuities is a game that you want to learn. I don't want to go too in depth right now because I don't want to overwhelm you, but annuities is something you want to learn. Retirement planning, no one is doing it, especially our guys transitioning out of the Marine Corps. Bro, they can make a killing because they can go to school, they can learn the money game, and I want to help veterans overall because I believe that, you know, if we train them correctly, we can hire new agents, train them well, and then they can be not a job, but we can start them off on a career path.
Right.
So with that said, bro, I'm gonna finalize this presentation, and I hope that we made a good impression for you. I want to thank you for, you know, your time, because this is going to help Megan with one of her field training appointments. And I hope that that I made a good impression. Did I make a good impression for you, Jordan?
You did.
Awesome.
I caught along the whole time.
Yeah, you were like locked in, right?
Yeah.
So we always ask for 3 little things. Number one is, if you know any referrals or anybody that can help out Megan with her training, we need about 7 more, maybe 8. The more, the merrier. And then the number 2 is, I would definitely like to do a free financial analysis, not for you to buy anything, but at least to get a free consultation of what your future can look like. When do you want to retire? How many millions of dollars do you want to put away? And then third, and ultimately, I would say, you know, there's no reason why we can't partner up. You're transitioning out of the Marine Corps. I wish I had the same opportunity when I got out. I went straight into real estate, and I figured out on myself, you know, you're going to have so much leadership. I can't wait, bro, to connect you with Matt Sopala. When I tell him, you know, I'll probably get you on a phone call the minute you get started, like studying and all that. But I want to tell him that, like, show him the picture when you're like saluting the president, because that picture, bro, will get you famous with our platform. We have over 20,000 licensed agents across the nation, and we'll all support you and build you up so you can be like, you can be somebody. So that way you can turn your last name to be somebody big, bro. And that's my only, my only goal here, my purpose in this life is to create millionaires and to create, people that want to win in life, and they're going to have no excuses to just follow their goals and dreams. And overall, in the short term, just to get you that Ferrari within the next year or so.
Yeah, there you go. Heck yeah.
So
now, I had a
have
question about the
yeah. You muted yourself, Jordan. Unmute. There we go.
So you said when they upgrade their policy, obviously you're going to get paid for the new policy that they're getting, but then the other one is voided. So say you did the new policy for that 34-year-old person, right? Mm-hmm. The previous policy is voided, but then how are you getting money for that new policy when you already got money for the old policy? That makes sense or no?
Yeah, no, I like that question. If it stays on the books, the same policy, you get a percentage of it. After a year, if they get a new policy, like let's say I want to upgrade to a new policy, I want more benefits, I just want a new policy. And as a matter of fact, I want to go with another company. Guess what? You're going to get paid on it again, the full amount. Okay. So it's, I mean, we do what we call
your name is under the policy,
reviews.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
So we do six month reviews and annual reviews. That's where you get to kind of analyze your client's policies and put them on something better if there's something better. But if there's nothing better, then just leave them on the same policy and have that, keep accumulating.
Got it. Okay.
So lastly, bro, like the next level is getting you licensed. If you decide that this is something that you can just knock out and just do it part-time, because I want you to learn the game. And if you love the game, like I fell in love with this platform and the leadership, then let's take over the US, let's plan offices all over the nation, and wherever you want an office, just let us know. We got partners there that can help you. Most importantly is I know that you have a clean background. I mean, you got a secret clearance. We don't take anybody with any issues with their background or anything.
Top secret clearance.
DUI.
Yeah.
And
I'm clean as a whistle.
Yep, the whole platform fee and all that to get it going, to get started with studying is only $199. I know that that's not going to be a problem with you, but if you decided to get started, bro, Megan knows how to do the application and all that. She would send it over to you. You fill out your private information, and then once you're approved, you have access to the whole system. I want to show you the gentlemen that are on the picture here. The first one is my partner, Curtis Eatman. He played professional basketball, and he was also a model for that little company called Nike. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So that's who trained me on everything that I know, and I'm so grateful for him, just showing me the game, because now, he's living the lifestyle. 12 offices, him and his wife, they're just living the dream. And then the founder of the company and the individual that's putting us in front of like Kevin Hart's of the world, General Mattis, George W. Bush, former president. I think we can meet at this level, bro. We can just meet anybody we want. Exactly. During our conventions, he invites whatever speakers we ask him. But this is Patrick Bet-David. I will follow him. He runs the #1 channel on YouTube right now. His content is crazy, bro. Like he's interviewed all the mafia guys from like the guys that were running New York, bro. Like he's interviewed all of those guys. And I was like into it, like the way they were so structured, and we learn from everybody. But he's doing interviews with everybody. Follow his channel. Is Valuetainment, and I think you're gonna get a lot of value from him. But overall, bro, like it's been an honor. It's been a privilege to speak with you, to show you what I had to show you, and I really want to partner up with you. I think Megan's gonna kill it in this game. She knows tons of people, bro. But ultimately she needs to become a broker. You know, she needs to be an agency owner, and I think you can help her out with that. You guys can run, you know, a tag
Definitely.
team on that, and grow the agency the way it's supposed to be done. But I'm here for you. You know, from 1 to 10, you think you see yourself maybe partnering up with us and doing this part time?
Yeah, I can definitely see myself. I have a couple buddies that actually would be interested in this too, so I'll shoot that over to Megan
Yeah, yeah.
and
Let's get you going first so you can meet Matt Sapala, and maybe Matt Sapala, we put everybody together. And just because of who you are, I'm telling you, bro, we're going to take care of you. we're gonna map it out good, you know? And I'm going to follow you. As a matter of fact, yeah, let me
I
follow
did
you
send you that video, didn't I?
Yeah,
How to make wealth in 2020.
yeah,
that's
yep.
Matt.
The Sapala.
Yeah, that's him. He's in
Yeah.
Oak Brook, like the Chicagoland Oak Brook. So like he'd be your neighbor.
Oh, really?
So like you could go to his office.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, and like meet him, and like you guys would be able to get like tutoring and mentoring from him in person.
Dang, from the boss.
From the boss. Yeah.
Boss man.
From the
One
big boss,
big-
from the CEO,
from one-
bro.
From one big boss to another big boss.
Chief distribution officer.
Yeah, from Trump to Matt.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? From Trump to Matt. Let me go ahead and follow you, bro. I'm gonna shoot you. This is my page right here, and if you look at my profile, bro, like you're gonna see all the real estate flips that we've done and all of that. I'm getting into the like you're gonna love everything you're gonna learn here. Like I have no doubt that once you get in touch with Matt, bro, you guys are gonna kick it off. So here's my page. Let me just go ahead and request.
Yeah, I usually keep my page pretty quiet because just with everything's going on right now with the politics, I just like my page is only people I trust. So, but I already trust you, so you're good to go.
I mean, it's brother to brother, right? Marine to Marine.
Exactly.
Let's see here, bro. I gotta probably search for you, right? Jordan.
Yeah.
What's the last name, Jordan?
Osmack, Osmack. No?
If you go back to, I think it's right here on the top left-hand corner.
What?
My
Here.
privacy
Let
is
me-
like my privacy is really like
Yeah,
weird.
right there. And then type
Oh,
in.
because you got a secret clearance, brother. Like you're protected 100%.
Exactly. Yep.
And then
Oh, there it is, bro. I saw it. MACK, right?
Yes. Yep, there I am. The one,
Right,
yeah.
right there. All right, bro. You're in. So what I'll do,
Just
bro, I'll
confirmed
let
it.
I'll let you guys be. I'll let Megan take care of the whole little application process. But if you need anything, once you start studying for your exam, let me know right away, because maybe over the weekend we can spend some time with Matt, and I want to personally introduce you to him, so that way, since you're moving up there, you can come and meet his office. He has a huge office, bro, right in the center of Oak Brook, and I think you guys are gonna kick it off. But the sooner the better, bro. Get that license quickly and make a name for yourself, because we're gonna. I think we can get you to the top real quick, and continue following your goals and dreams. But let's make some money together. I think you got what it takes, man.
Now, say if I go ahead and do the cyber thing, is there time still to do, would you say both? Or
Yeah,
this depends how
absolutely,
much
bro.
time I want to put in with this?
Yeah, because it's so flexible. The more you fall in love with it, the more you want to do. But it's flexible. Like you're gonna pick and choose, because you're basically gonna be. It's your own career. It's your own business, basically. So
Right.
you can put in as much time, but definitely it's all about time management, and we'll help you with that. We'll help you with that, so you can learn what you want to learn. And then my only advice is make a name for yourself, so you can leverage the top players of the company, and just let them
Right.
know that you're serious, that you're here to play, and we'll take care of you for sure from the top. Okay.
Easy day.
All right, bro. Hey, man, it's been a pleasure, bro. So if you need anything, Megan, give him my number so that way he can just reach out. But I'm looking forward to working with you, man. I think it's going to be a